Okay guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I'm sitting on my bed right now. This video is just to inform everyone on what had happened with me, what happened, how it happened, and all the deets. So basically, it happened 2 days ago. If by the time you guys see this video, it would probably be 3 days or 2 days. So it happened the day before yesterday, but I'm not sure I'm gonna upload this video now, or am I just going to edit it and then upload it. But I'm gonna let you guys know everything. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, share, whatever. Give me your info if this ever happened to you. I would love to hear your story. How did you guys heal from it? And like, what did you guys use to heal? Okay, so it all happened, well, for those of you who don't know, I got burned. I got first-degree burns on my feet and some of my hands, some of my arms, because I fell onto the oil. Yes, I did get burned with hot boiling oil. Like, it was probably, the degrees of the oil was probably about 550 degrees, because I was using a deep fryer. So I'm gonna tell you guys how everything started. So basically, I just got home that day because I was helping my grandpa rebuild the house of this little garden that we have. And so I got home from that. I took a shower, and then I started to cook. My aunt had cooked some rice, but I wanted to like cook some chicken to eat with the rice, because like I don't really eat beef like that. I don't really eat beef like that. And I believe she had cooked some beef, and I was like, I just want to I would just cook some chicken. I'll fry some chicken real fast. So I heated up the deep fryer. I was frying the chicken in the deep fryer. I heated up the deep fryer. I put the chicken to cook. Everything was perfectly fine. Everything was normal. By the time the chicken's done, that I came to the kitchen to take out the chicken, that's when I literally felt like I was in the worst nightmare of my life. I felt like I was in living hell. Like, I felt like I was living in hell at that moment. So basically, if you guys know a deep fryer, it comes with like a little basket where you would put the stuff in. So I was taking out that basket and like letting the chicken drain, and you know how you could like hook it on. I don't really remember so much, because once it happened, I went into like shock, and like I had no idea what was going on. I just know, like, I just remember myself just screaming on top of my lungs as like loud as I can. And I just remember myself just dragging myself out the kitchen and trying, like, all I just felt was my feet like burning. My legs were burning. Everything was burning. I just felt my whole body on fire. I was just screaming. So long story short, when I went to take the chicken out, after like the chicken drained the oil, like the oil drained out the chicken, I went to pull out the basket, and I really didn't notice that the basket like had got stuck to the pot. So when I went to like pull it up, like to get it out, the whole deep fryer just came, like, it poured down my legs. It started just burning me. So I just turned around and tried to like run out the kitchen so I won't get burned. But like, mind you, it had already spilled down my body. So like, as I tried to run to go out the kitchen, I slipped on the oil, because obviously, you know, oil is so slippery. If you stand on that shit, you're going to get burned. So I tried running out, and I just fell on the floor. Okay, so like I was saying, I just went, like, once it poured on me, I just went into complete shock, and I started screaming, and I slipped on the oil, and I fell into the puddle of hot boiling oil. And like my skin, like my arm skin was burning, my fingers, because I had like my hands on the floor trying to get myself out. I had to drag myself out. I don't even know how I dragged myself out. So I was just screaming, and then that's when my boyfriend came out the room because he was in the room and with the door closed, because I had closed the door before I left out the room. And that's when he came out and he was like, what? Like, why are you screaming? And that's when he looked in the kitchen and he seen the deep fryer on the floor, everything on the floor. And he was like, how this happened? And I was just like, I felt so bad, but I was just like screaming at him, like, just. And like at one point he had to scream at me and he was like, babe, shut up and talk to me, because I was just screaming at him. Like, I was just in shock, and I just like felt my legs burning. Like, I literally felt like my whole body was on fire. Like someone took the gasoline, poured it on me, and just lit me up. That's exactly how I felt. So I was just like asking God, like, why is this happening to me right now? Like, is this what hell feel like? Like, that's exactly what I was asking myself. I was like, is this what hell feels like? And I'm like, damn, like, I was just so scared because my legs started going numb. I couldn't feel my toes. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel anything. And so my mom, at that point, I was laying like in front of the door, like our main entrance door, because I had to drag myself out the kitchen, and the door was the closest. So I like tried dragging myself to the door, and I was just thrown there. And while my boyfriend was trying to get me up, like, I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't really move. And my mom was coming in, and she couldn't get in because I was behind. Like, I was laying behind the door, and I couldn't move. So she was calling the ambulance. The ambulance literally took about 40 minutes to get to my house. 40 minutes. The fire department got here first. Mind you, it was storming out when this happened. The firefighters got here. They wrapped up my legs, like in a blue blanket that they put on like the patients when they get burned. So they wrapped my legs up in that. We were waiting for the ambulance. I was crying, and I'm just asking God, like, why did you do this to me? Like, I couldn't feel my legs. I thought I was literally gonna be paralyzed because of how long the ambulance was taking. And like the more longer they were taking, the more I couldn't feel my legs or like try to move my toes. Nothing. So I was just crying. We got to the hospital. Mind you, St. Barnabas Hospital. I literally hate that hospital. We got there. They see that my feet are burned and my skin is all red. My feet were so swollen. They look like Vienna sausages, my toes. And so they see me burn. And they're going to have the nerve to say, you're going to have to wait hours before being seen. I was not going to wait no hours to be seen. I told my mom, we were there for like 2 hours. A doctor still didn't come see me. I told my mom, if they don't come see me in about 20 minutes, I'm signing myself out. And that is exactly what I did. I just signed myself out. And my mom and my boyfriend had brought our wheelchair that we have in the house because of my uncle when he got his ankle surgery. So we took that wheelchair with us to the hospital, and they just put me on it. My mom and my boyfriend like helped me get on it, and we just came home. And now I've just been dealing with the pain, and now like my feet, I have blisters like on my feet. And like now I could see where I mostly got hit, and it was mostly like my right foot that got the most burned on it. And now I'm just praying to God, like my skin on my foot feels so like rough, like, you know, when you get burned and like how your skin feels like that. And I have blisters and my toes are burned. So I've just been praying to God. And yeah, so if you guys have ever experienced being burned, I really want to know like how was your story, what happened, you know, because this shit is not easy. Let me tell you, I had to be in a wheelchair all day yesterday. I could not walk at all yesterday, but today, thank God, I can get up, I can walk a little bit. I have a little limp in my step, but it's nothing that I won't get through. And yeah, so I just hope like my skin doesn't leave a scar because I love my beautiful feet. And yeah, so I really like experienced yesterday what it's like to be in a wheelchair. I was literally in a wheelchair for 24 hours, and let me tell you, I salute everyone who has to be in a wheelchair every day of their life because it was so hard for me. Oh, babe! Oh my god!
Baby, you didn't tell me that.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Are you okay? Are you okay? What did you hit?
The fucking soda fell on my fucking foot.